The atmosphere inside the Saints facility this week has been nothing short of electric as the front office aggressively reshapes the roster for the upcoming season. We are tracking three major developments that have the potential to shift the competitive landscape for New Orleans. From strategic roster additions to crucial contract maneuvers that unlock vital cap space, the path forward is becoming clear. I am diving deep into the latest moves that every fan needs to understand. Before we break down the specifics, if you love this team, please help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers by hitting that button below.
The current free agency landscape presents a unique opportunity for the New Orleans Saints to shore up positions that were clearly identified as liabilities during the previous campaign. When we look at the remaining talent pool, it becomes evident that Mickey Loomis and his staff have a window to acquire high-impact players who could immediately step into starting roles. The first area of focus is the offensive line. We have seen consistent pressure on the quarterback, and adding a veteran presence who understands gap assignments and pass protection schemes is non-negotiable. There is a specific offensive tackle currently on the market whose lateral quickness and hand usage would fit perfectly into the zone blocking scheme favored here. Beyond the trenches, the secondary remains a critical point of analysis. We need depth that can play multiple coverages, specifically in nickel packages, where communication between the safety and cornerback is paramount. Identifying a veteran defensive back who has spent years in a system demanding high football IQ would provide that stability. Finally, we cannot ignore the need for an additional edge presence. Even with current personnel, rotation is the name of the game in the modern NFL. A situational pass rusher who excels in third and long scenarios could be the difference between a stalled drive and a defensive stop. The salary cap math is always the hurdle, but the talent available at this stage of the cycle is often overlooked. Teams that wait for the post-draft dust to settle often find value-driven veterans looking for a winning culture. For the Saints, the objective is to build a roster that doesn't just compete, but dominates in the trenches and maintains discipline in the back end. We are looking at a scenario where these three potential additions could change the floor of this defense and the ceiling of this offense. It is about finding the right scheme fit rather than just chasing big names. The front office is doing their due diligence, vetting these players to ensure they bring the right locker room attitude as well as the necessary physical tools. We are monitoring the market movements hourly, and while nothing is finalized, the discussions are heating up. This is a pivotal time for the organization as they look to maximize their window of contention. The strategic alignment of these potential signings with the team philosophy is key to ensuring that every dollar spent translates into production on the field on Sundays. But that is not the only situation developing right now as we turn our attention to the offensive backfield.
If you are enjoying this deep dive into the Saints' current roster moves, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest updates directly from the source. The homecoming narrative is often overstated in sports, but when it involves a player of the caliber of Travis Etienne joining the Saints, it carries real weight. His arrival is not just a feel-good story for the local media, it is a tactical shift in how the offense will attack opposing defenses. Travis Etienne brings a level of explosiveness that has been missing from the backfield, specifically in terms of his ability to turn short passes into long gains. When you look at his tape, his vision at the line of scrimmage is elite. He possesses the patience to let his blocks develop before making that decisive cut to hit the second level. This is exactly the kind of running back that thrives in a balanced offensive system. His presence changes how defensive coordinators will have to call their games against New Orleans. You cannot simply stack the box anymore, because Travis Etienne is a legitimate threat in the receiving game out of the backfield. He can split out wide, run crisp routes, and create mismatches against linebackers who simply do not have the speed to keep up with him in space. From a schematic standpoint, this allows the coaching staff to play with more varied personnel groupings. We are talking about forced personnel adjustments from the opposing defense just by having him on the field. The excitement among the fan base is palpable, and for good reason. Seeing a player who grew up in the region return to represent the team adds an emotional layer to the season that is hard to quantify. But beyond the sentiment, it is about the production. His ability to handle a heavy workload while maintaining efficiency in the red zone is exactly what was needed to take pressure off the passing game. We have seen him work through the offseason program, and his familiarity with the offensive rhythm is already showing. He is not just here to get carries, he is here to be a central pillar of the offensive identity. The coaching staff is clearly committed to using him as a dual-threat weapon, and the expectation is that his impact will be felt from the very first snap of the season. As he integrates further into the locker room, his leadership qualities are becoming apparent. He brings a professional approach to his preparation that is infectious for the younger players on the squad.
We are looking at a season where the run-pass balance will be dictated by his effectiveness. With the offensive line retooling, having a back with his patience and burst is the perfect complement to a physical front. This is a transformational move, and one that sets the stage for a much more dynamic offensive attack in the coming year.
The financial mechanics of the NFL are often complex, but the recent move to restructure the contract of Carl Granderson is a masterclass in salary cap management. By converting a portion of his base salary into a signing bonus, the front office has effectively cleared significant space, allowing them to remain active in the pursuit of roster upgrades. This decision speaks volumes about how the organization views the importance of Carl Granderson to the defensive line rotation. He is proven to be an indispensable asset, providing consistent pressure off the edge and showing incredible versatility in his ability to play various techniques across the front. From an analytical perspective, this move ensures that the team maintains flexibility to sign key depth pieces or lock up other core players as the season approaches. It is a win-win scenario. Carl Granderson gets his guaranteed money up front, and the team gets the breathing room required to construct a competitive roster under the constraints of the salary cap. This is not just about moving numbers on a spreadsheet. It is about strategic preservation of the team's competitive window. Keeping a high-motor player like Carl Granderson in the fold while optimizing his cap hit is exactly the kind of move that separates successful front offices from the rest of the league. When we look at his impact on the defense, he is a cornerstone for the pass rush. His ability to disrupt the pocket on third downs is a key component of the defensive identity. By ensuring he remains a long-term part of the plan, the team is signaling that they are building for sustained success. The defensive scheme relies heavily on the rotation of linemen to keep fresh legs on the field, and having Carl Granderson as a constant factor allows the coordinator to be more aggressive with blitz packages. He understands the system, he communicates well with the rest of the front, and his discipline in setting the edge against the run is often overlooked by casual fans. This restructure is a signal of stability. It suggests that the organization is not just looking at the immediate season, but is planning for the future with him as a focal point. We expect this added cap flexibility to be utilized in the coming weeks to address lingering depth concerns across the roster. It is a proactive move that gives the general manager more options, and in this league, options are the most valuable commodity you can have. As we move closer to the start of the season, these incremental changes in cap health will prove to be the difference makers when it comes to roster depth and injury protection. With the cap space now opened by the move with Carl Granderson, the excitement surrounding the homecoming of Travis Etienne, and the potential for new talent to join the fold, the Saints are positioning themselves for a serious run. There is a lot to be optimistic about as the team continues to refine its roster. What are your thoughts on these latest moves? Do you think the team is doing enough to push for a deep playoff run this year, or is there another position you would prioritize? Let us know your take in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insider updates on the Black and Gold.